Let's look at computer laboratory rules. What are these rules? We need to understand them very well. Computer lab rules. Uh, we shall look at computers and other devices are not to be removed or disconnected without permission of lab staff. One of the computer rules, removing of devices or disconnecting them should be made under permission from lab staff. Always log out after using the computer. Reason being that these computers consume power. So if you're not going to continue using it, log out or switch it off or shut it down. Logging out may not only be on closing a computer or shutting down a computer, but logging out, you can log out your account. For instance, you've been online trying to do something. If you don't log out, some other person may come and misuse your information, or you may misuse your account. So it's better log out after using the computer. Whether it's your account or a computer as a device, it's better you shut it down. No drinks and food allowed in the computer lab. You don't need to carry. For instance, if you have juice, it may end up or you have food, you may end up having some pieces, maybe ending up in a keyboard. So you don't need to take drinks and food in the computer laboratory, because juice or the liquid may end up uh, destroying some electronic pieces in case the bolt has fallen onto the keyboard or onto the computer system, maybe on your laptop. No drinks. We're done with that. We may continue to look at clean up your work area before you leave. You've been in the computer lab for a while. Don't leave things disorganized. Do not change computer settings or background without permission, because there are some intentions as to why those backgrounds and the desktop features appear like that. You may not be the only person who is using that computer. There are some people who have eye impairment issues that you cannot see a defined set of wallpapers or background. So if you change, for instance, right now when you look into this tutorial, everything is visible very well. But there are some other people who are not very good with the background blue. So if you keep changing even settings, even the applications or folders will change their positions. So it's not advisable for anyone to change their computer settings. Do not animals are not allowed in the computer lab unless those that help people with disabilities. Don't need to see your goats, uh, dogs into the computer laboratory, apart from those ones that help people with disability. For instance, dogs, they might be allowed, that those that help people with some uh, physical problems. Animals are not allowed, we have seen that. Children are allowed in only with permission and guidance. Children will be allowed or are allowed in the computer laboratory with permission. Yes, we shall not say that they are not allowed, but their coming in the laboratory should be done with permission or guidance. Silence is expected in the room. It's one of other rules. Other machines are not allowed in the laboratory. We do not expect to see other devices like Panga, plumb bob. You see other water machines eh, included in the computer laboratory. A computer laboratory should be purposely for computers. So we don't expect to see other devices included in our computer laboratories. Remember to save your work always. Remember to save your work always. Don't leave work that is not saved. Because if you don't save and some other person comes in, may close even your work, or if power goes off, it means what you have done may be lost. So you don't need to leave work that is unsaved. Remember to save your work always. If the last person shut down the computer system always, it depends on the rules and regulations of uh, your computer laboratory. Removing and changing of material should be done under the support or under supervision of the supporting staff. So removing, changing of material, for instance, you're changing the UPS, you're changing another keyboard to another, you're changing a mouse to another computer system. So all these are supposed to be done under the help or advice from the supporting staff. Installation of software should be done under support or under supporting staff or advice and help of the supporting staff. Not you coming with your software and you install it on the computer. It may end up malfunctioning or it may end up transferring some malignant files that may even destroy the working of or the performance of the computer system. Printing of documents should be done by permission. If you want to print any document, you have you want to print, you should get permission before you print. Reason being, some materials may end up being printed on computers that are far away located from where you are. It might be your working area or the working place, but you have a printer in section 8 or at school. You could be at the university, but you just want to print. You don't know even where the printers are located. So you should be getting permission from the uh, supporting staff or the workers of the or the managers of the laboratory. If raining, avoid using electronic devices or it's recommended to switch off processing system and unplug. If it is raining, it is very advisable to first turn off all the computer or electronic devices and wait for that little time. Then you can switch back when rain is done, or to avoid short circuits and other problems that comes with rain, like falling of trees and uh, that may lead to confiscations of the power lines that may end up even blowing up your computer systems. So briefly, those are some of the few rules that are supposed to be followed while trying to look at computer lab. But we are not only limited to those ones. You may have some others that are part and parcel of the computer labs. Briefly, that is it for now.